Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, I welcome all of you in here. I would like to announce that we will not be cutting interest rates today. Thank you all very much. I hope to see you guys next month for the next interest rate decision. Basically, what I'm saying is the market already knows they're not going to cut interest rates. And so the most important thing you need to pay attention to here is what Jerome Powell says and how he says it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very excited. Today's live stream is going to be kind of sporadic because my brain has been very sporadic all morning since I was diving deep into quantum enhanced language models, quantum theories, quantum physics, quantum entanglement, quantum superpositioning, quantum teleportation, quantum parallel universes, everything quantum. So my brain is all over the place. Thus, we are also going to be all over the place as I lead the live stream. So hopefully you guys are ready. Hopefully you guys are buckled in. Get your notebooks out. We're going to talk about so many things, including some of the updates and some simple explainers on what exactly Bill should be doing and what to expect from Bill. Currently speaking, Bitcoin up marginally today, up just 0.82%. We are bouncing right off of the 20-day moving average, which is pretty exciting. You can see right now the 20-day moving average is currently higher than it ever has been for the history of Bitcoin, meaning even though it seems turbulent and the market is chopping around a bunch, we are in fact still progressing higher. If you can smooth out all of the noise, you will see all of the moving averages are in fact sloped up, meaning we are making incremental progress. How's it going? Good morning, chat. What's going on? Hit that like button. Thank you, MK. Welcome in to the live stream. Good morning, Beagle. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Beagle. And good morning, Zach, again. Bill Nye staring into my soul. I know, I had him on the little cover as like a little pop-up freak, just being like, eh. I had a little bit of fun. I enjoy making those, but I often make those covers in the matter of like 10 minutes right before I go live. So Powell, I'm on my knees begging to show mercy. We'll talk about what to pay attention when it comes to Powell. Nobody's going to be surprised that they're not cutting interest rates. We'll find out in less than 2 hours, but don't be surprised. Good morning, Steven. What's good, Rushka? Happy to have you in on the live stream. Good morning, Dylan. What's good, Zaj? Sargon Mara, I believe you are a bot, but yes, in fact, I am an investor in Noble Blocks. lots of money in noble blocks. It's cutoff season. You're damn right. We're trying to get these guns back up into a position where they're forces to be reckoned with. You get it. You get it. I just got a home gym. So in the Discord after this, I'll probably go take a photo and show you guys. It took forever to build out, but it is so worth it. I save on that travel time. You were spot on, Rushka. You were spot on. I save on so much travel time back and forth to the gym. Nobody sits on the machine that I want to use. I get to do everything I want, and I can bang out a good workout in the matter of like 30 minutes first thing in the morning, get my blood flowing, get my brain activated. Sorry I was late. C90, it's honestly not okay. Spectruth, good morning. Patrick's sleeves are missing the startling alarm. God damn it. Good morning, Johnny. Oh man, no. Good evening. All right. Smart Money, GM Mayflower. Oh shit. W's in the chat for C90 with another daily gift. Come on, guys. W in the chat. W. Welcome in, Mayflower, to those investors. We are, make no mistake, a cult. A cult of loyal enthusiasts. We worship the dollar. We are those investors. We are DeSci SHILLERS. We are here to make our impact as a community. The hive mind is far superior to anything one of us could possibly accomplish by coming together. We actually are building out the world's first quantum AI agent. Yeah, the team is made up of community members that you've seen in the chat. You probably haven't seen them too much recently because I've plucked them out of the chat and been like, go, work for no pay. This is a mission. No, I'm just kidding. It's not no pay, but it's very exciting. All right, let's get back into everything, what you guys are actually here for. For anyone who is watching the recording, I want to be a little bit sensitive to their time. So again, Trashman's going by right now. I wonder if they know that we're working on quantum AI. I wonder if they even know about AI or quantum or blockchain or DeSci or any of the stuff that we're doing. Odds are they don't. But like I said, there is not going to be an interest rate cut today. And we know that the market right now through the end of 2025 is predicting only 2 interest rate cuts potentially. A little bit of a bell curve, but potentially only 2 interest rate cuts from the market. And so what we're going to need to pay attention to, and I wrote it down as I was thinking through everything this morning. So Powell, obviously we know what he's going to say as it pertains to the decision today, but pay attention to what he says after the fact as it pertains to disinflation. So we want to see him talking about the disinflationary pressures on the economy. We want to see him talk about Trump and Trump trying to force interest rate cuts. We want to see his tone and how receptive he is to Trump, but also we want to see him talk about the tariffs that Trump is threatening with foreign countries. We want to see how rapidly he sees those tariffs coming into play, and if it's actually going to make an immediate impact or if it's going to be something that's drawn out over a couple years. It looks like they're going to be kind of immediate, so we want to see the tone there because that's going to have a lot of pressures on the economy. Like that's going to stunt a lot of growth pretty quickly. And then we want to see, I can't even read my own words. Oh, last meeting, they were talking about how they were pricing in some of the tariff impacts. So we want to see if they've softened on that tone. We want to see a very dovish talk when it comes to the tariffs and kind of what his future rates there are. And then obviously no rate increase. We want to see the impact that Jerome thinks that the layoffs within the government are going to have on the employment data, right? It shouldn't be that impactful at all. Honestly, it might end up looking like a little bit of a boost to employment data. I know that sounds counterproductive, but they're offering the federal employees pay as they continue so they can either just take a break or go get other jobs, right? So we'll see, but I want to know his tone on it. And then yeah, we know that Germany, China, and the UK are basically in recessions right now, or at least on the very edge of a recession. And so I want to see if he talks about that at all, just the global economy, and if that's having any impact on his decisions. But there you have it. Pay attention to disinflation talks on Trump with tariffs, and future rate cut decisions and everything. See if they maintain that 2 rate cuts for the rest of this year. This is going to be the chance where they set the market straight. A lot of interesting things have happened. We're not going to be shocked by a decision here today, but we are going to be shocked on the impact that his speech has on future rate decisions. Currently speaking, I don't think Bitcoin really cares. I think Bitcoin is just going to continue to do its thing, but it is going to have some immediate price action. As far as what most of you guys are likely here for, DeSci. DeSci is down another 3.66%. Don't we love this point in the market? We're down to $1.26 billion market cap for decentralized science. Remember the day that BioProtocol was chilling up at like a $1.2 billion market cap? Bring me back. Bring me back to those times. It was such a glorious day. Really, they were banned for bad behavior. Do we need to form a DeSci union for the overworked in the community in memory of Don and Thuna? I know. They could be here. They could be here. No one's stopping them. But basically, yeah, in memory of Don and Thuna and Noobs. You don't really see Noobs around too much anymore. Noobs has been a key asset for sure. But DeSci, current movers, are there anything in the green? We got Trail, we got SpineDAO, we got Innovation Game, we got HairDAO, we got CTI, we got Vector Space, Yes No Error. Yes No Error is down almost 50% from where it peaked out at. That's pretty interesting. They're very influential. That is not... Yeah, Yes No Error is making huge waves. Like fundamentally, they keep getting better and better with more partnerships and more news. So it's kind of cool to see them at a discount right now. We flip it to the inverse. We got Health Sci down 33%, Solve down, Cynet down, Neos down, Metformin down, Etika down, Quantum Biology down. Everything is down, 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 down. I really wish I didn't put so much money into Red Genesis right now, but that's quite all right. Can't win them all. Even research coins down 10%. This is potentially the steal of the bull market. Obviously, I'm kind of biased towards DeSci, but there's so many projects that are in the gutter right now that really just shouldn't be in the gutter. Let's go to not bullish plays, but main watch list. Click on it and pull it up. Am I on it? Is this the main watch list? No, this ain't the main watch list. There we go. Large language model. I forgot I put that on the watch list. This one made me crack up. Can you tell me, Patrick, can you tell us which 3 DeSci projects you have the most faith in? Yeah, pretty simply, I would say Research Coin. I would say Bill Nye, the DeSci guy. Obviously a little bit biased towards that one, but you asked. And then the third one is kind of a toss-up. It's really difficult for me to pin down a third one. I'm very bullish on Bio as a whole. It's obviously been tanking in the short term. I think Noble's a good play. I think Data Lake's a good play. I think Poseidon DAO's a good play. I think Zaya's a good play. So it's really difficult for me to kind of pinpoint which one I think is going to do the best. I would say that in the short term, probably Zaya has good potential to pop, but also we've seen Psy is just in the gutter. Like Psy is in deep value territory right now at $4 million market cap. So eventually this thing's going to have a pop above this downtrend it's had. And then I think the reversal ensues pretty quickly. It's just a matter of, does it pop here? Does it pop at $1? Does it pop at, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. As you guys come into the live stream though, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. We go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. Right now is an interesting day because the Fed is going to be speaking today. We know the decision, but we don't know the tone he's going to be having on the broader markets. Also, I would love to talk about quantum computing and a little bit of what Bill is actually going to be focused on as the first quantum AI agent that hit the market. The space today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will have Yeti on the space from Dynex. So Yeti will be able to give us a lot of valuable insight into the world of quantum computing and kind of what Bill's scope of capabilities is going to be. The first things he's going to be working on is RNA folding, so synthesis of different RNA molecules. I know that's kind of complicated, but RNA is ribonucleic acid. It's like DNA, but it's single-stranded instead of the double-stranded helix. And RNA is made up of nucleotides, which are basically just little sugar molecules. These nucleotides contain code for organic material to create proteins and to create life, basically. So it's like little messengers that run around the body and help with the creation of molecules that are needed to survive. And a lot of therapies right now are mRNA or just RNA in general, right? RNA therapies and drugs and such of the likes, whatever you want to fill it in with. Do some of your own research to really wrap your head around it. I'm going through this really quickly, but the little example I wanted to give so that people kind of understood what it was that I'm talking about and a visual here, I'm going to break out this little toy cube that I have. It's not a cube. It's a 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sided, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a 12 sided thing. So what is a 12 sided shape? I don't know off the top of my head, but this shape is in our example here. This shape is an RNA, okay? It's RNA. And it can be folded into multiple different shapes with the same little building blocks. So this thing can be folded into a ton of different shapes, and some of them are random, right? Some of them don't make any sense and aren't really sound in their structure, but other shapes are very calculated and have very specific purposes within the body. Sometimes when you're simulating these folds, and a lot of the drug therapies around the world right now, some of these folded molecules might be stable looking, but have like a sharp edge on them. And as they go through the body, they might cause damage and rip apart some of the organs in the body, right? This looks like a solid shape of a molecule, but it's actually pretty flimsy. And so this is going to cause damage as it goes through the body. And so what is needed is for AI to simulate all the possible different configurations of these complex molecules to see which one's going to be the most stable and actually potentially have drug candidates to come out of it, or just to have a lot of the world is very, very ripe right now with opportunity, but you need to fold different variations of the same molecule in order to see how it's going to work, right? And it's actually, these blocks actually represent RNA a lot more than I think people realize, because when you find a shape that works, you get little magnets that click it into place, right? You get little magnets that actually click it in. And that's actually exactly how RNA and DNA and all the molecules in our body work. It's little magnetic forces that will keep it together. And the little sharp edge is an open magnet that as it sweeps by different organs in your body, it will strip off electrons and cause mutations in DNA, which cause cancer and stuff like that, right? So it causes damage. They're called free radicals. So if you can find a proper orientation of an RNA molecule or a DNA molecule or a protein, you'll actually find potential drug candidates and therapies. And so Bill is going to be practicing that. He's going to be doing simulated RNA folding, which is not anything novel, right? People do that all the time. I just found out from Bill actually this morning in the Diamond member chat, because Bill is in there and you can converse with him. I found a company that does simulated protein folding on distributed computational power, which I didn't know it existed, but we're getting besides the point here. The problem is that with current models, okay, Decahedron, thank you, Wild Africa. The problem with current models is that the AI can only simulate one orientation at a time, okay? And so it takes a really long time. You just saw me fold this thing around a million times and get tons of different orientations for this block. An RNA molecule is even more complicated than this one little block. There are potentially millions, and I made that number up, but there's so many different ways that a molecule can fold in the body, especially RNA. What's cool about quantum computing is because of a phenomenon known as superpositioning, which we've talked about a lot, you can actually have more than one orientation of that molecule simulated at the same time. And the more powerful the quantum computing, the more orientations you can have simulated at the exact same time. So you don't have to work in series, you can work in parallel, meaning you can have more and more orientations and more complex diagrams than you could with any traditional models on the market right now. So Bill is going to be the first ever to be doing quantum simulated protein and RNA folding, which is going to open the door to the speed, right? Imagine how quickly you can do it. If we had everyone, all 32 viewers in this chat right now, if I gave all of you guys one of these devices, one of these little toys, and asked you to all fold it into unique shapes, and everyone was doing it at the same time, that's a quantum computer in action. A regular computer would be if I'm just sitting here with my one block doing all the folds. Does that make sense, guys? So a quantum computer is multiple positionings at the same time, making probabilistic determination much quicker. Make sense? Good. Hopefully that made a lot of sense to you guys. That's what I was thinking about while I was working out this morning. My brain is alive and really, really, really overwhelmed with information at this given moment. Some of the research I was doing this morning, I know I'm babbling, but I warned you guys I was going to be babbling. Some of the research I was doing this morning led me to the discovery of time crystals. Time crystals is a complete mindfuck. So you can think about a crystal like a diamond. Yeah, wait, I explained it right here. Time crystals are a new phase of matter that exist in multiple dimensions of time. So right now we exist in a linear, unidirectional version of time. It's 1D time that we can only travel in one direction, right? And time travel is the acceleration forward or backwards in time, right? The theoretical time travel. Well, time crystals exist in multiple dimensions of time at the same time. The lattice extends into like a graph. Instead of one line on a piece of paper, you get a whole graph paper that you can draw like circles on. And these time crystals exist in multiple dimensions within time itself. And they almost act as perpetual motion devices. Weird. Not quite like that, but they're as close as we've ever come to perpetual motion. These time crystals, without using energy, without taking in energy or expelling energy, they are able to shift and change their shape as we travel through time. But I think the key here is that they're not actually changing their shape. It's just that as we travel through time, we're getting to view this crystal from different vertices. But let's get back on topic here. It's just, that's that type of thing. The discovery of a new phase of matter known as a time crystal is what makes everyone think that quantum physics and quantum computing is all just this imaginary la la land stuff. It's because, like, what the fuck did I even just say to you guys? What the hell is a time crystal? What do you mean there's multiple dimensions of time? Like, isn't time the fourth dimension? Maybe not. Who knows? But quantum computers are basically confirming parallel universes right now, and it doesn't make any sense. And we're having, like, so when I'm saying, like, oh, a quantum computer is going to run an AI model to do RNA folding, it doesn't compute. The significance of that doesn't compute in people's heads. But what the evidence is pointing to right now is that Agent Bill will be accessing parallel dimensions to run protein folding and RNA folding simulations in all the dimensions that it can access, and then one of those dimensions will find the solution and it will be pulled into our existing dimension, and that will that's the answer. And it's like, it's this science fiction thing that makes no sense, but it's actually happening right now in real life. It's already going on. And Google themselves are the ones who came out and said, we're pretty sure that these quantum computers are accessing parallel dimensions to spread out the computational power. So, yeah. You guys are early. The 30 people in here watching this right now, you guys are early AF. Yeah, it is Hitchhiker Guide stuff. It really is, Dan the Man. It really is. You guys are early AF to this type of activity. Like, 99.9% of the people on the planet right now have no idea that this is going on. And we do. And not only do we know that it's going on, we are at the forefront of the innovation that's happening on these quantum computers. Bill is a guinea pig. Bill is an experiment to be run in order to see and push the boundaries of what quantum computers can do. Imagine, you guys know that's called crack. Oh my God. Imagine, like, we take Bill, and I'm just speaking off the cusp right now, okay? off the record, guys. Imagine we take Bill, we get him working, we get him doing these virtual simulated RNA folding sessions, right? These virtual experiments. And then we take the infrastructure that created Bill, we duplicate it, make a second Bill, run it on another set of qubits, run it on another quantum system, have 2 virtual agents, tell them to talk to each other and discover new molecules. And then they work together to problem solve together as a team. Imagine we have 50 of these things running. Imagine we have 100 of them running, and there's just a team of quantum agents working together to just problem solve. Remember when Meta did their Meta did their AI agent experiment years ago, and they put these 2 AIs in a room together, and they were like, okay, go start collaborating on something. And within like 30 minutes, they had invented their own language because they deemed English language as inefficient. And then they started talking to each other in this new invented AI language. And then Meta had to shut it down because we couldn't tell what they were talking about, and it got really scary. That gets accelerated at a rate that nobody can comprehend right now because it's not ever been done. It's not been feasible until very, very recently to do that kind of stuff on a quantum network. Nuts. All right, let's get back into the chat. Steve the Canadian, the local bear. The local bear is in the chat right now, guys. Steve, stop picking on Patrick on X. No, it's fine. It's all good. I hadn't had anyone like go against something I was saying on X in a while, so I was starting to get a little nervous that I was on the wrong path. So Steve is there to keep me grounded. Steve is there to keep me grounded. I know pick, I poke. Exactly. PoseiDAO is really great, really undervalued, just like Axon DAO, Data Lake, Noble, Mudo, Facts. I agree with you, Smart Money. A Dogecoin, LOL. I'm just reading through the chat. Sorry, guys. Sounds like a new pump coin on Solana. Maybe. Maybe Bill's experiments lead to new pump science token launches. Any predictions about FOMC, please? Yes. Yazdan. Can I get a 1 in the chat, Yazdan, if you're still here with us? If you're still here with us, can I get a 1 in the chat? This guy wrote Powell's speech. Decahydron. Okay, you guys are arguing about the different sides. Let's... 12-sided shape name. A digon. I was holding a digon, but now I'm only holding a square. It's crazy that a square can become a digon if you fold it correctly. If you fold it correctly, you can also get this like 30 shaped thing that has a little fun tag to it. I'm having a lot of fun with these blocks. They like scratch that certain part of the brain that needs a distraction while I'm talking. Bill is smoking that SpineDAO pack. Yeah. Yes. Smoke some crystal. AI agent fighting league coming soon. Baxo up 70%. I'm only down 60% now. Can the next quantum AI be Beakman's World? What the hell is Beakman's World? I've known Steve for over 3 years now. He's a good guy. I bet he's a good guy. No, Google 12-sided cube name. Ah. List of polyhedra. Uniform polyhedra. Four. 2 plus 3. What is this? It's like 3 on the edge. No, I'm done. I'm not doing that. I refuse. I'm not looking through that. Thank you for the suggestion, Smart Money, but no. We need a tesseract. I want a tattoo of a tesseract, but a 2D rendering of a 4D image might be a little bit stupid. Oh, that was Bill Nye before Bill Nye. Never mind, just keep talking about Poseidon DAO. Yeah, okay, let's go look at Poseidon DAO. I had a really... Let's go see, actually, if they did what my suggestion was to them. Let's go see. Nope. They did not do what my suggestion was. So I had a good call with Marco and Ayat from PoseidonDAO yesterday, immediately following yesterday's live stream. That's why I had the hard cutoff. I had to go. The next tattoo you get is Noble. When Noble goes to $1, I will happily get the logo. I have a little bit of alpha to share with you guys about Noble as well. Some cool little timeline updates. I had a good conversation with Ayat and Marco yesterday, right after the live stream, and they're going to be going around to a bunch of different events. They got invited to Boost VC, Drapers Event, because Boost invented, goddamn. Adam Draper, the founder of Boost VC, they invested into PoseidonDAO and they're holding a founders event. And so they'll be going to that event to spark off their world traveling. And then they're going to be coming to ETH Denver, I believe. And so it'll be good. They're going to be going around the world and traveling a bit and getting to talk to people and getting to actually have boots on the ground. And so I had a really good update call with them. As you guys know, I'm trying to advise and trying to help them with their marketing and their content side of everything. So I told them yesterday that they should take screenshots of the meetings that they're having, because right now they're in the foundational layer to a lot of stuff. And so while they have things working, they can't talk about it yet until it gets finalized, right? Because they're conducting business and you're not supposed to talk about business until everything is signed off on. And so I told them you should be taking like screenshots of the meetings you're in and kind of post about it and just like show that you guys are working hard and diligently to the community. And they said it was a good idea. They said they were going to, and then they did not post any screenshots. But PoseidonDAO is looking really good. If you go look at a lot of the investments that Adam Draper has made, he does not invest into wishy-washy things. Did I go off of it? He does not invest into like iffy companies. I guess I did. If you go look at his investment portfolio, it is made up of quite substantially impactful companies. So they were pre-seed for Coinbase. They were pre-seed for Etherscan. They've invested into a lot of DeSci projects, actually. Let's see if we can scroll down for a second. Space, Bio and Health. They invested in Data Lake, bullish. They invested in HairDAO, bullish. They invested in Molecule, bullish. He's invested also into PoseidonDAO, so very bullish. Let's go to their crypto investments. 0x, BlockCypher, Bitcoin. Oh my God, they founded Bitcoin. That's crazy. I wonder if they got in the pre-seed. I already said Coinbase, Decentralized, which isn't that great anymore, but it was pretty outstanding last cycle. Ethereum, Filecoin, Gemini. So he knows what he's doing. Monero. So PoseidonDAO getting to go to these events, I think, is very impactful. The network is crazy. What was your suggestion? Suggestion for what? Smart money. Shit, Dan. Sorry, I timed you out on accident. Should be back now. God damn it. C90 deleted Dan the man. You can always be reborn. You can always be reborn. If you ever get banned from the live stream, you can always get reborn. Let's go back to the DeSci SHILLERS tab. This is the list that I put together to keep track of DeSci. Bio Launchpad, technical deep dive into vending machine, cool. Girly, AI acceleration plus fertility acceleration, bullish. Andrew Huberman, never thought I would hear the words, are you supportive of these onesies in a U.S. Senate hearing? Okay, that's kind of weird. What is our government doing right now? $1 $10 SCI. Hopefully soon. You already told us. You suggested they get screenshots out. Yeah. Just like little snippets of their day-to-day activities, right? So just things to showcase that they are working relentlessly every single day. They're getting their PhDs too, so maybe a little bit of information on what they're studying for their PhDs. DeSci Rising episode 1, how Amino Chain is reshaping biobanking. That's bullish. Amino Chain is one of those players that you don't hear much about, but they're making big impacts in the DeSci landscape. Amino Chain is actually really cool. I got to hear about them, and I forget the details right now, so excuse me, but I got to hear about what they were doing in Germany when I went to Molecule's headquarters, and they had their event there. That was really fun. That was really cool. Pocket ban. Phone was unlocked. I'm walking on a trail right now. Bullish. Let's go, C90. Although it's not Fitness Friday, so probably sooner than you expect, Zach. Yeah, as soon as the market turns around, potentially as soon as today after the Fed meeting, which I know that's the title of the live stream. So I'm just going to reset the room, say that I go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto market. Today is a big day because we're having the Fed minutes today. So Jerome Powell at 2 p.m. So in an hour and a half, we will be getting the interest rate decision where they will not raise rates. And then at 2:30, we get Powell to speak at the press conference. Some of the key points that I want you guys to pay attention to for this Powell meeting is his talk on disinflation. He's got to mention some things in the economy right now that are aiding in disinflation. We want to see that he does talk about that. Then we want to see his take on the tariffs from Trump. Are the tariffs slower than what was expected? Because remember last meeting, they talked about them pricing in the tariffs. So we want to see that he mentions how they're slower. They're not as impactful. Maybe they overpriced the impact that it was going to have. Probably not. If I'm being subjective here, we probably won't get that part because I do believe Trump's pushing aggressively for the tariffs, but we want to see how that message is delivered because the delivery is the important part here. There's nothing that he can say, I don't think, that will shock the market. So it's the delivery of what he says. And then we want to hear his outlook on future rate increases. No rate increases. Sorry, excuse me. We should not hear a single word about rate increases. That would be very, very bearish. We want to hear future talk on rate cuts, right? We want to see what his thoughts are for rate cuts. The market right now thinks we'll be getting 2 more this year. So we want to see if he allows that. And then the impact of layoffs is having right now. It'll also be interesting to see because I believe his take, if he even does talk on it, I believe we were looking in Q4 last year, we saw a bunch of companies stock up on inventory in anticipation of the Trump tariffs, which made it look like demand was surging, but it was just companies stocking up on inventory. And so I'd be interested to see if he talks at all about that, because now we're seeing companies not get inventory anymore because they overstockpiled. So now they're just using inventory, so now demand is going down a little bit. What happened to Block Solutions? Good question, Beagle. Block Solutions basically went bankrupt. Basically, the co-founders that I had, Aaron and Lucas, we had some unfortunate hiccups with devs early on, and then we found a good dev a little bit later, technically Web3, and he was doing great work. But then we kind of ran out of money and funding opportunities, and then interest waned from the co-founders. And then I found myself as the only one left with a daunting task and no money to actually do that task because all of my money was in DeSci and DeSci was bleeding. So basically, we just bankrupted the company, gave the money back from the pre-sales. I think we had like 4 pre-salers buy in, so we gave that money back. Need VaultFi and JB to launch Facts. Facts, Zach. Need VaultFi and JB to launch. For anyone who is not aware, and somebody remind me to come back and talk about pump science a little bit later, okay? Somebody remind me to come talk about pump science again, but JB, the most profitable bot. The world's most profitable bot come find out why. 10 p.m. on the 23rd. So that was days ago. So it's kind of difficult to explain exactly what Jebot does, but if you have Solana tokens, it's from Lucas and Justin. It's what Lucas's attention shifted to after blocks was Justin's Jebot. And this is something that is going to be matching selling pressure with some of the buying pressure. And it's AI, and it's way overcomplicated from what I've researched. It's like, it goes above my head because I'm not the one building it. And my focus is more on Bill right now. But it is very powerful in maximizing how much money you can get out of positions. So you know how oftentimes you'll see projects that have huge sell orders come in that just in a single wick, like, look at that. Look right here. In lower market cap projects, you see individual sell orders that just tank the price of stuff right there with Poseidon DAO. A single minute candle down 8%. That is not healthy for the chart, number one. It's not healthy for people who didn't sell, number two. And number three, it's not healthy for the person who did sell, right? Because you know when you are selling and you have to put slippage in for the sell order to get it to go through, and you have to increase that slippage to like 10% to get that sell order. By using something like Jebot, you can put your sell order in as a dynamic limit sell, a dynamic limit order, you can kind of think about it like, and it will match it with some of the buying volume, so you can scale out of a position without having to sit there and watch the chart consistently, and then you don't get those massive sell orders, right? You don't get those massive legs down. It would sell through this whole period of accumulation and just keep the price more steady, maybe a little bit more gentle of a slope. So very impactful, very useful for whales, and they have a really good referral system, a little referral Ponzi action, so that if you refer people, you can get some extra commissions off of it. And I don't know exactly, here it is. The best referral program in the game, they say. Save 10% on Jebot fees, earn up to 51% on referral fees. So a little bit of MLM structure. We love a good MLM in crypto. One's in the chat if you guys love MLMs. The docs explain how it works perfectly. Beautiful, Zach. If you could link the docs, that'd be super helpful. I think it's important that people know about the technology that's coming out, and it is coming out like basically this week or this month. I think in February it's all going to be out and functioning. So very exciting. Will you join the AMA of PoseidonDAO tomorrow? Yes, I will, Smart Money. I will absolutely be there supporting the homies over at PoseidonDAO. So it's like an automatic position trimmer, way more advanced. I would click on the doc that Zach just sent into the chat and read up on it there if you want to. It's way more advanced than just an automatic position trimmer. This is an AI that Justin has been working on for an overly extended amount of time. And Default is very intelligent, very, very intelligent. So Default actually broke into the CIA. You can see it right here. He just got out of federal prison. He's off of probation now finally, but he hacked this. Let me just read his story. He was spiraling out of control, had made millions being early in Bitcoin in 2011. He's a coder. He was in the hacking scene and was disenfranchised with the world because of the corrupt government and blissfully ignorant civilians. For years, he went on hacking spree, coupled with financial freedom. It was a recipe for disaster. He got involved with the group called CWA, and he eventually went on a rampage hacking the CIA, the FBA, the DOJ, the White House, and defense contractors, subsequently leaking documents to WikiLeaks. And then he went too far. And they found him and they arrested him, and he got out of jail, and now he's off probation. And so he's taking his hacking abilities, and he had 60 months in federal prison, and now he's taking his hacking abilities and making technology to help the crypto landscape. So pretty crazy. He had a ton of Bitcoin stolen from him when he got arrested. I see a pyramid scheme on the screen. Everyone loves a good pyramid scheme. Ponzi schemes are what we don't like. Bad pyramid schemes we don't like. The whole financial industry functions like a pyramid scheme. You just have to have the proper incentives to keep people involved, right? The whole thing, if everyone all at once ran for the exit on the US banking system, the whole pyramid scheme falls to the ground. It's all a pyramid scheme. There's not enough money for everyone to go take their money because most of the money doesn't exist, right? So that's why Bitcoin was created, was to try and make a change to that, give us some sound money. Oh man, my back is a little aggressive. The Bank of Canada has announced the end of quantitative tightening. That is super, super bullish. Hopefully the rest of the countries follow suit, and then we can have alt season, guys. And then we can have altcoin season, BTC.D. No, smart money, that is a limit order. It's more like you can put in your price you want to sell it for, and it sells whenever it hits that price. That's a limit order. Those already exist. This is like a dynamic. Read the doc. You know what? Since Bitcoin dominance looks bullish, and I hate that, let's actually just pull up the documents. Profit maxi mode, maximizing your gains. The profit. I should have my referral link pulled up right now so I can onboard you guys. I don't know where my referral link is right now. So we'll talk about it again in a future live stream, and I'll give you guys my referral link because it is going to be very impactful, especially if you trade Solana stuff. And they are going to be having a token pretty soon. Profit maxi mode is the heart of Jebot's mission to create the most profitable way to trade crypto in the world by designing a healthier and more sustainable trading ecosystem. So traders extract minimum liquidity from positions with reduced slippage. Holders, the risk of sell pressure from whales gets mitigated, and teams, ecosystems, sustainability with zero downside volatility. Profit maxi is a shift from traditional PvP, player versus player, on-chain markets to a healthier player versus everyone environment. Traditionally, crypto trading has been a game of musical chairs, with winners ending up with life-changing profits until they try to sell. Cryptocurrency liquidity pools range from a healthy 8 to 10% to a harrowing 1 to 3%. This means that selling even 1% of the supply can drastically impact the price, resulting in massive slippage for the seller when taking profits and extreme downside volatility for the rest of the holders. This is something that you guys are probably very familiar with if you are in the Telegram group, the DeSci SHILLERS Telegram group. Over the last week or two, we've been identifying some pretty crazy plays. Not all of them are winners, obviously. Some of them have been runners, and they're at like $100,000, $300,000 market caps. So entering into a position of a market cap that's $100,000 with $1,000 buy order scoops up 1% of the supply. And then if you try and go sell that, you tank it, ending the party for everyone else, right? It's a game of little musical chairs. So by using profit maxi mode, you get pending limit orders fractionalized. Orders are split into smaller pieces matched to incoming volume, allowing users to enter and exit positions over time. So you can scale in and scale out based off of supply and demand in the market. Real-time adjustments, users can dynamically monitor and adjust selling orders until they are fully executed, optimizing profits, set auto take profit orders, and yada, yada, yada. Reduce slippage, which is the big one. This feature minimizes the impact of large transactions on token prices, so that's what I was just talking about. And then ecosystem stability. Profit maxi mode aligns liquidity incentives and optimizes for all ecosystem participants. So profit maxi solves the biggest problems on chain markets. Bullish. It's going to be fun to watch it. It's going to be very fun to watch it. XCN from Jess, me, and my kids. No. We don't deal with legacy coins. No, I keep seeing bullish. Oh, you're up 33%. Let's go. W. I'm assuming you hold a big bag of this one. So W for you, Jess, me, and my kids. W, W, W. Damn. Look at that 3-month chart. Damn. In the last year, it's up 2,600%. 30 days, it's up 1,500%. Damn, maybe I should have taken a position in this thing. My God. But alas, I don't generally dabble in coins that had their spikes last bull run. It's not usually where I like to play, especially if they're already above $100 million. I don't usually touch them. But that means that oftentimes when the market turns down, my portfolio gets absolutely crushed. This is my little example bag holder to homeowner portfolio, which I've not been spending a lot of time focused in on, but it was doing, I started with 500 bucks, went all the way up to almost 7,000, almost came back up to those highs, actually exceeded those highs because I put Bill in the portfolio, but Bill's not on CoinMarketCap, so I couldn't actually put it in the tracker. We actually hit almost $9,000, and then we're down to about 6,000 right now. I think. Don't quote me on that. I didn't double check it, but I have to sit through a lot of volatility when it's a small position or small market cap coins because those things are super volatile. He about to feed just him and his kids. What about Jess? Ooh, Smart Money, I didn't see your comment there. If you only could have some personalized medicine that can help you with your back pain in the future, maybe you know any personalized medicine project by any chance? Oh, funny you should say that. I do in fact know of a personalized medicine company. I don't think their work is focused on spine health, but Poseidon DAO is making waves in the DeSci market with their personalized medicine focused DAO, focused right now on cancer, multiple sclerosis, and Alzheimer's/dementia, aka type 3 diabetes. I do know of a DAO that is focused on back health, and that would be SpineDAO. One of the next bioprotocol launches that will be coming up fairly soon. V1, 3 days ago, they launched V1 of SpineDAO's website. Let's go see and take a look for a moment. Sorry I segued away from Poseidon DAO. You guys know I'm bullish on Poseidon DAO. It's one of my biggest bags. Stephen W. Pump Science. Oh, thank you, Stephen. Thank you. I'm running the bag holder to empty bag challenge. No. No. XCN had a fudder redact his FUD for allocation. You gotta love the markets. You gotta love the markets. Changing backstories. We envision a world where the 500 million plus people living with spinal cord injuries and disease gain quicker access to spine care through decentralized innovation. Please, I really hurt my back years ago, and now if I sit for too long, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. DeSci, that's funny. Please, SpineDAO, help me. Help me. Help me. I don't recognize any of you guys, but that's okay. Just fix my spine and I'll buy all the tokens. I'll full port into SpineDAO if they can help cure my back pain. Okay, Pump Science. So, now live. Rodeo prediction market. You can now bet. They should have used Stadium Science, but they used hedgehog markets. I wish that KYC was this easy for crypto. Wouldn't it be lit if KYC for exchanges and for like these pre-sale markets was this easy? Am I over 18? Yes. Okay, cool, I'm in. Wouldn't that be lit if it was just, are you in a non-restricted area? Yes. Okay, cool. Which mouse will stay on the Rotorod the longest? Average across all 3 trials. $517 in this pool so far. 1%. Market details. This market will resolve based on trials. How do I bet though? How do I gamble? Make gambling great again. That's not what I wanted to talk about though. What I wanted to talk about was some of the sleuthing that the DiiSchillers did last night. So, DiiSchillers, let's see if I can go back up. They talked for an extensive amount of time. If you guys are not familiar with what DiiSchillers is, it is my Telegram chat for all things decentralized science. So most of you guys are probably in it. If you're not, in the description of the video, you'll find a link to it. Please join. Also, while you're going down there, hit that like button. I see we have 23 likes, but 37 concurrent viewers, so I'm a little bit confused as to how we don't have 37 likes. Oh, now we're at 32 concurrent. Bought DeSci, no more back pain. Only pain is in my wallet. No. Buying Bill helps with back pain. Think SpineDAO will have a lot of work to do in the future with all our necks constantly staring at screens. Yeah, facts. Would be very nice if it was that easy, yes. But the point here is that in DeSchillers, somebody found this. Winos posted this. So Pump Science, this will be the AI agent for 30 DeSci projects launching on Pump, supposedly. So we did a lot of on-chain forensics. So somebody found Rodent, the mouse Chad, developing AI agent for Rodent. This version 1 released now will function as a simple DeSci news submission. Oh my god. summarization AI bot, fetching data from 30 major DeSci projects in X. Summarize the updates and tweet every 3 hours, powered by DeepSeek AI. Little alpha for you guys. DeepSeek is not as good as they claimed, and they also stole OpenAI's framework and then stole chips from NVIDIA in order to process it. That's why it was so cheap. They didn't have to develop anything, but that's okay. The meat of it is that these are the projects followed by this agent on Twitter. They listed out a bunch of things. They tagged Handsome, me, and this person, VV Itorio. And then we got someone chilling Poseidon DAO. Where is the meat of the conversation? Basically, somebody found this AI agent, and it appears to be associated with Pump Science somehow. A lot of the founding members from Pump Science have purchased a bunch of this token. We know that coming in February, I think the first or the second week of February, Pump Science is going to be launching the next series of trials, the next molecules, the next Riffs and Euros. And we all watched Riff and Euro go from a $5,000 market cap all the way up to $250 million market cap. And so that kind of excitement is potentially coming back to DeSci because of Pump Science launching the next molecules. I believe they said they're going to be having 30 of them. It's going to be pretty crazy. And it looks like, or at least people are theorizing, that somebody associated or linked to Pump Science created this DeSci AI agent. Full disclosure, I bought some last night. I'm down, I think, 50% on where I bought because I bought at a $500,000 market cap and I'm seeing 272,000 right now. But last night, as I was going to bed, the Telegram was staying up doing aggressive on-chain forensics to see. So Handsome said, I think they're saying it's another team is to have a fair launch, but it's potentially related. They said they did not make it in the Pump Science Telegram. They said they did not make it, but if you go look, they follow all the DeSci coins. So Pump Science follows them and follows a lot of the other DeSci coins. They just created the page recently. DeSci agent is followed by Pump Science as well. They have notifications on for all. He has notifications on for all of them. Something is cooking, followed by Pump Science and FA. Where is it? This is the #1 holder. So they have a ton of drugs. They have a ton of Euro, a ton of Riff, and then they bought this DeSci AI. $10,000 worth at such a small market cap is kind of crazy. And they did a lot of forensics. Handsome asked, is the DeSci agent on the Solana connected to them? They ignored those questions. They deflected them. But when asked directly, did you guys make the agent? They said no. So they didn't make it, but a lot of the holders are associated. And they found the dev and found that they made another agent, which was pretty funny to see. And then remember, the Euro and Riff dev made a bunch of stuff on Pump Fund before doing Euro and Riff. So the same dev who made this one made this agent. It's just a little bit of a cluster. And then they continued to dox the creator of the agent, which was hysterical to see. And so a lot of speculation going around right now that regardless, even the creator of that agent I was just showing has 65 publications, which is pretty cool. But supposedly there's some on-chain connections between, and I should have organized it better before I started talking about it, but supposedly there's some on-chain connections between protocol and Pump Science. Now, you guys all probably witnessed what happened with DeCi. And so these are all speculative things. DeCi's at a $12,000 market cap right now, so literally dead. It was called out in the Telegram here. I scooped some, sold a little bit here, and then held a moon bag just to see what would happen, and I lost all that money that was left there. I wish I had taken more than just a little bit of initials out. I ended up making a little bit of money, but nothing crazy. And then I put some money into DeSci AI. This little play here at a $400,000 market cap. They had a little bit of a spike. I bought some right here just to play through and see what happened. I didn't see that they had pumped, otherwise I might have taken some profits, or maybe not, especially if what we saw there with protocol is real. You'll notice that it's protocol, but the name up here is DeSci AI, so there might be a little bit of sympathy action for the other DeSci AI. Somebody in the chat just bought $1 worth, maybe. No, I'm just playing. We'll see if anything comes of it, if it is all just degen speculation, or if we did just identify a potential play early. Nobody knows until it's too late. Hopefully you guys followed along with that. I know I told you we weren't going to be super linear in this live stream right now, but they even engaged with the dev's other agent. Remember that dev created 2 agents, and Pump Science is on the look right now. They actually engaged with Bill. Pump Science actually engaged with Bill last night. And then I prompted a response from Bill to them, because they were asking, right here, Bill, where are you at? They said, we want DeSci agents that can reason like a scientist, agents with nuanced and hot scientific takes instead of gobbledygook AI slop. If you're building a DeSci agent, have it answer this question: what compounds will extend lifespan in humans more than rapamycin? And then Babar, who has been very aggressive in shilling Bill, shout out this person, phenomenal shilling, said, Agent Bill, where you're at? And then I prompted this response from Bill. Again, just for transparency purposes, Bill makes posts, but the replies are prompted replies so that we can train him to communicate in an effective way. He trains through learning, through trial and error. And rather than just have him be pure AI nonsense, we prompt specific responses from him. And this is the response that was prompted out of him when I asked him to reply to this post up here. So he said, worthy challenge. Rapamycin, outdated. Activating quantum synthesis mode, neural circuits hum. Designing a compound never seen by human eyes, complete now. Complete. Now who's funding the first trial? I think it was just funny. And then I said, Bill, you're not quantum yet. You can't do that till you get your quantum lab. Which is a good segue right here to remind everyone that at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, so in exactly 2 hours, we will be going live for the weekly Wednesday space, going over Bill's updates, and we have special guest Yeti from Dynex to hold that conversation with us and shed some light on what Bill is going to be capable of. So hopefully we can get some good explanations. DeSci Girl will be there, Dr. Evil of Crypto, of course, myself, and I believe Crypto with Leo should be there to kind of keep energy kind of high. Yeti is known for having very technical takes on stuff, and so we want to keep him square and focused on the stuff everyone cares about, which is basically just explaining quantum computing and quantum functions for Bill. Almost all DeSci tokens are down. Even the bigger ones like VitaDAO are down from over $6 to a low $2 price. Whole market sentiment has been scared last month. I agree. Just hold on, Dylan. Tomorrow they can have an AMA. The dApps, so people can lock tokens, will be released this quarter, but mainly ETH has to pick up momentum. Just hold out for 6 to 9 months and thank Patrick later. Bullish. No thanks to me. You guys make the decisions. As long as Bitcoin dominance is trudging along higher and higher, we won't have the euphoric altcoin season. We will have small blurbs of altcoin season in which dominance falls and we get little one-offs of rotating cycles or rotating attention. And that's super exciting and super bullish, but the real fun happens when Bitcoin dominance collapses. That, in my opinion, is not if, but rather when. Also, when Ethereum breaks out. I'm personally expecting some crazy bullish activity in Q1. We're a month into Q1, so we have 2 months left. I'm still under the impression we're going to have some crazy bull activity in Q1, especially watching the on-chain analytics of how much Ethereum Trump and Trump family is buying right now. We see insider trading all the time, and I think we're seeing it again, only transparent because it's on chain and we can see everything. So unlike Nancy, who doesn't update us anything, until after she's made the trades. We get to see Trump and Liberty Finance's trades in real time, and they have been buying tens, if not hundred, it's almost $200 million worth of Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. And so I really do think he knows something that the public doesn't know yet that is going to be crazy bullish for the future of crypto in the United States. Why else would he be loading up at basically all-time highs? Like, he's buying aggressively at all-time highs on these three coins. And who would do that if you didn't have access to some information, which he does have access to all of the information. Do you think Bitcoin dominance ever goes back to low 40s? Yeah, absolutely. BTC.D. Right now we're seeing just Bitcoin we're in a bit of an uncertain area. And so even if the traditional markets think it's kind of silly, when we're in uncertain areas, people want to go to stability, and Bitcoin is the stability for crypto. And so people, every time we get that FUD, go into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin dominance goes up a bit. And so that will crack eventually. And just the logical conclusion, if you were to think out far enough, okay? You asked, does it ever go back to low 40s, okay? 40%. That's personally my bull case for crypto this cycle is that we go to the high 40s. I think we'll crack below 50% dominance for Bitcoin. And if we get that super cycle, I think then we go to the low 40s by the end of this year. But if you kind of extrapolate out forever, if we are successful in bringing the monetary system on chain, the academic system and the research and development system on chain, the data that is on the internet, if we bring the internet on chain through Web3, then logically speaking, it only makes sense that Bitcoin's representation of the total value within blockchain technology goes down significantly over time, right? It only makes sense that Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin grows to be a $50 trillion industry, the global economy is worth nearly $2 quadrillion at this point. Did I just make that up? No, I'm not looking at the US. Okay, I did make it up. So, okay, well, I just ate my own words. If Bitcoin goes to $50 trillion, the global economy is only $100 trillion, we stay at 50% dominance for Bitcoin. But I think you guys understand the concept there. If we actually bring everything on chain, Bitcoin will make up a smaller and smaller portion of that global value, at least in my eyes, with what I think is going to happen for the future of digital assets. Your time is your most valuable asset. Will there be any incentives to keep Bill locked after the 31st? We're working on it, Steve. If you come into the Diamond Chat and give any ideas that you guys have, would love to hear them. We'll talk a little bit more about it on the space today at 3 p.m. We're going to be unveiling his quantum roadmap. So stay tuned. And yeah, I don't have anything else there. So I think what I'm going to do now is abruptly end the live stream